I've been using this monitor HP X34 for the past couple of months, and I wasn't even sure if I should make a full review on this because this monitor came out a couple of years back in 2021, so it's been almost 2 years. But at the time when I was buying this, looking online for a review, I could only find one English review on YouTube. Shout out to Totally Dubbed HT for making it. From using the monitor over the past few months, I have come to love this. So I want to share my experience for anyone out there who's looking for a similarly spec'd monitor for work or maybe gaming. I'm not much of a gamer myself, so what I'm looking for in a monitor might not be the same as someone who's into gaming. But for all the gamers out there, here are some sweet specs. HP X34 has a 34-inch IPS display with 1440p resolution and a 165Hz refresh rate. It also has 1 millisecond response time. It hits this sweet spot, offering lots of additional features for a reasonable price. The headline feature is the 34-inch ultra-wide 2K display with a large amount of screen real estate. It also has a high 165 refresh rate IPS display supporting AMD FreeSync Premium and unofficially NVIDIA G-Sync. With 1 millisecond response time, all great things to have on a monitor only under $450. Like 2K resolution, the 165Hz refresh rate sits in a sweet spot for most gamers, except maybe the esport players. And it also supports AMD's FreeSync Premium, which is the middle tier for variable refresh rate. And it also supports NVIDIA G-Sync unofficially because it's not listed on any of their websites. That means it's a great option for gamers regardless of how much GPU power you have. The X34 makes a good first impression with thin bezels along the sides and the top, with a small centralized base. Mounted on the included stand, the monitor is height adjustable and tiltable. It can't be rotated 90 degrees but can be mounted on a standard VESA 100 by 100 millimeters. For the gamers, this is where it might be falling short a bit. It has one DisplayPort 1.4 and one HDMI 2.0 connection. That's not much if you want to hook up multiple PCs and game consoles. And while it's all good on the PC side, console gamers may have preferred the newer HDMI 2.1. PS5's new variable refresh rate requires you to have an HDMI 2.1, but I read online this monitor supports the same with 1080p, so that's not a big issue. And one thing that was surprising to me was this monitor has a 3.5mm headphone jack for anyone who's using a wired headphone. So I mainly use this monitor for my software engineering and content creation work. And for me, the number one thing is its screen real estate. So with 34 inches of screen, I can actually have multiple apps open on the same desktop and share the screen space. For example, at work, I can have my email and MS Teams open at the same time, and each app would get like 17 inches of screen real estate, which isn't actually that bad. And if I'm programming or coding for my work, I can have VS Code take the entire 34 inches of screen, and I can maybe work on one file or have multiple files open on VS Code when I'm programming, which is quite handy. Even though I have the bigger 16-inch MacBook Pro, if I'm working from home, I'm always using it in the clamshell mode because I don't need more screen real estate than the 34-inch this display provides. The only thing I feel like it's missing, and I read on reviews about this monitor, is the USB hub and the lack of its ability to rotate 90 degrees, which are two things I really don't care about, and I can totally pass it up for the price that I got this for. And I don't know who wants to use a 34-inch screen in 90-degree or vertical orientation anyways. And for the price, the colors on this IPS panel is really good. I did not find any annoying RGB inflation, and likewise, it does not have any useless tiny speakers. The only output is the 3.5mm audio jack for your wired headphones. The stand is pretty simple with a small footprint, and you can even put things on the stand, like I have my 10,000 milliampere Benz on-go battery pack. Personally, I'm really tired of monitors coming with huge long legs One, it increases the price of the monitor somehow, and it also takes a lot of real estate on your desk, especially if you're having a smaller desk like mine. And these days 90% of the people are using mounts, so I don't really get the monitors that come with long, huge legs. And I'm considering getting a mount for this monitor as well, but I'm not sure how steady it would be with my desk here, or I'm considering getting a riser for the monitor. I haven't personally used a monitor riser before, so if any one of you watching this has used one and actually likes it, let me know in the comments below why I should consider that rather than getting a VESA mount stand for this. The bottom bezels are a bit thick for my liking, but that's something that I can really pass for the value you're getting from a 34-inch IPS display for arguably a budget-friendly price. I picked up this second-hand from a person who barely used it for only 200 euros, and a new one of this cost around $400 to $450. The X34 is marketed primarily as a gaming monitor, but as a software engineer and part-time content creator, I can really appreciate the 99% sRGB color space rating. Working on the X34 also feels efficient due to the ultra-wide format, making this an excellent all-round desktop monitor. And like I said in the beginning, I wasn't planning to do even a review on this, but there's something reassuring about a monitor that nails all the basics like this one. It offers almost all the features that gamers need and a very good picture quality at a very compelling price. So if you're in the market for a 2K resolution ultra-wide monitor, the HP X34 definitely should be on your shortlist.